Terrible idea for a basket if you want to keep your eggs safe. A basket made of liquid isn't a basket at all. In fact, if anything, it's just going to put those eggs straight where they belong. I hate eggs. Actually, we had eggs for this morning.
Prospect awaits. It's going to be Mousesports versus Team Liquid, and Mousesports on the T side are not slowing down at all. They're going very quickly towards outside, scrambling to get their smokes down here. How has there not been a single kill? Damage exchange, but Mousesports have managed to get 5 players down towards Secret, and they're not slowing down.
Yeah, this is lovely. An alternative to diving down the vent, and this one equally as safe, at least for the Mousesports players, but not for Frozen. Elige will draw first blood and a chance for a second, as well as he's got his eyes on Decon. Stewie responsible for the window and already tagging up the exit. Carrigan goes down, plucked out. This is being handled wonderfully by the CTs for now. Could get overwhelmed here. Twist does. 3 versus 1 as Woxic is left to his own devices. Elige is doing so much work from ramp room. He even has support there. The bomb is loose with 12 HP. Team Liquid, they handle the outside take.
There's a kill for Woxic here, and maybe a second, but he's being pincered at this point. They can start swarming his position.
Wow.
Good effort there. I have to say, making the round competitive towards the end, but it seemed like a bit of a fumble towards outside. They had just so they don't know that all 5 are heading in that position. They got all the information they could possibly need at that point. Elige hitting all the shots required there, denying the plan when the bomb went down on the lower bomb side ramp itself, just there.
Really is all on his own, Frozen, and look at the timing on this flank. He's so quick from behind. There's no way Carrigan was expecting that. Stewie can punish and disappear in a puff of smoke as one does get deployed behind on his exit. Frozen, he had to quit his campaign up into the lower site. Nitro's at mag 7, could not be better suited for holding the hut, and catches Rops.
Brave from Naf. No real reason to challenge outside, but he gets away with it for now. Frozen isolated towards our main entrance, and, well, he's been taken care of now. Lovely shot there. Should be a foregone conclusion in terms of the round. A difficult setup there for Team Liquid, but they managed to keep 4 players alive.
Top site. Stewie's the only one responsible for ramp, though. He's only got an MP9, Hank. He could really struggle here.
Yeah, ideally 1 kill, drop down, but that's a difficult task in itself. And we'll hear the footsteps now. Just looking for that 1 kill. Can he get the hell out of there, though? He actually challenges for 2. That's not bad. Much more than he was worth there. He's going to be happy with that. Had he gone down with 1 in a trade, that would have been disappointing. But with an MP9, he continues to farm cash. Another $1,200 in the bank. And a 4 versus 3 gifted to Team Liquid here. They have ramp control, but got 25 seconds to really do anything with it. Not really enough. The bomb is alone. Rops is towards the ramp room. And Nitro, he's playing this perfectly. Just there on the bomb side, making sure he denies absolutely everything. It's not a common position with the CTs at all. 1 kill would seal the deal.
And a kill elsewhere. This one is pretty much confirmed. Nitro is the one to confirm with the final shot. 6 seconds. There's no real time for Frozen to try and get that bomb down. He knows it, accepts it, and now just wants to try and keep hold of that Krieg for the next. A little bit of an investigation from Nitro, perhaps. So caught.
Big.
Elige. Just as time passed, he's left with $500 in his pocket and a bit of a blush on his cheeks.
Yeah, he thought he was safe there. It did in favor of Team Liquid on the CT side of Nuke. It was the double kill of the MP9. Very patient and positioned perfectly. Stewie 2K does a lot of damage to the 3rd as well, and that's that final frag.
He's going close quarters. He wants to stay there. It's a hard shot to hit. The flick's not there, but Twist is 2. We'll find Chris J before Mousesports can really continue their advance, and just like that, 3, 4 frags in favor of Liquid before there's any response. By that point, Rops was only taking the first step in the most ridiculous of 1 versus 5s. It's just not realistic. Instead, there is a chance. He doesn't know it, but Twist could be advancing into his crosshairs. A hard shot to hit, and, well, he profits from it. 2 kills to his name. See if he can get that bomb down, but sound cute. Bomb being planted. He is getting pushed on. He can hear it. Dancing with Naf. And oh, no, he can't. Naf will just pick him up in the end. A giggle from the coach. Adren behind Liquid. And that's going to be a tool I'm looking forward to seeing it refined and played with over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, they've certainly got their homework done at this point, though. It's the fragging power, a pure dominance of Team Liquid that is running away with this. Frozen makes his way towards the main entrance now. Yet to pick up a round here. And remember, this was picked by Mousesports. Yeah. Really doesn't bode well.
I mean, if you didn't quite catch what Stewie said, he said, you picked Nuke for this?
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I like that. That's good old-fashioned banter.
Yeah, getting
Classic.
Leaping and shouting and hollering at the LAN hall. It's the same thing, just hundreds of thousands on the line. And Stewie, of course, recently breaking records. First North American player to have 1 million in prize money earnings.
Congrats. I remember when I got there last year. It was a good feeling.
Yeah, the big 1M.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Nitro, they know exactly where he is, and Rops has snuck out. Unfortunately, Chris J, the other prong of the attack, was cut down to size. Twist is under pressure, though, and Rops, through the smoke, does connect. This is looking like Mouse's first. Stewie with just that AWP. He's loud. Oh, and he's going to be feeling proud. Nearly a second. Will descend immediately, rather stylishly. 35 seconds will have the M4 for his best bet, his best shot at this.
You can see the weaknesses of the double AWP setup. When things get a bit frantic and close range, that's when it can start to shrink, but still a fighting chance here. Stewie 2K makes his way through secret. The bomb's only just been planted here, making a lot of noise, trying to bait out these shots if possible. Rops with the secondary T-side AWP now.
2 AWPs.
Yeah, we'll be closing things out. They'll throw one away and recover the M4A4. That's the first run on the board, taking this cash down for Team Liquid. He's going to lead with the first frag there towards outside. Stewie 2K with a no-scope on the ladder. That is incredibly difficult to land, but Rops 2. 3 rounds is even enough, right? If it's your map pick, your CT side's going to be just as strong, right?
Nav's found a little bit of an opportunity to peek over these flames. He might punish. He does. Lovely exploitation. Exploitation? That's not a word. Lovely exploit from Nav. Just sees there's a little bit of room to maneuver behind that Molotov. Catches Frozen completely unaware. There's a gap in the smoke on the cross. They won't be able to deny that information. They do deny the life, though. Nitro does get caught out, and Karrigan doubles up into the site with a man advantage. Elige, though, looking to keep them at arm's length. Again, we trade in. Woxic, though, paying a heavy price. He's down to 5. Stewie and Naf with AWPs. That damage makes even less of an impact.
Yeah, this is where I really don't like the double AWP setup on CD side and Nuke. You're not as agile. You're unable to really surprise the opposition, especially when they have the advantages here. You're hoping for mistakes to come through on their side, and at this point, you might be better off to saving the AWPs. Definitely going to be looking around to see what's possible with Chris J's in such a prime position to close this one out if Stewie does want to overstep the mark here. He's been naded, flashed off, and now taken down. I don't think we'll be seeing that double AWP into the next. So they have got one more buy on them, but Nav will have to save what he has right now in the most common position on the map to do so. That's in CT spawn. Good stuff from Mousesports, though. 2 in a row, just what they needed. It's down to Karrigan as well. He's 1 and 9 entering that round.
Perfect.
Manages to go towards that main entrance position, take a couple of them down with the M4. Officially begun here on the T side of Nuke. Here's the replay from Karrigan. He heard the spam coming in there from Nitro. Maybe a reload, a fallback. Takes advantage of it. Flashbang comes through. Fields
into tournaments, the deep runs have been eluding them, and now Karrigan going to have some issues. Elige does catch 1. Chris J's down. Access to the ramp room granted, though, and there is still an opportunity for Naf to hold this very, very tight line. We'll think better of it. But with that control given, you can see the rotates come in the form of Stewie. Use this smoke now. The glass isn't broken. Worth mentioning, can't sneak through that smoke. Instead, just going to have to hold the window room. Nitro from Decon. And the bomb going to be going down. Will they contest? They'll give it a good go, albeit relatively passively. Bullets from 2 different directions, but the bomb is down. 4v4, post-plant now for Mouse in order to find 3 in a row.
Such a strong post-plant position, and even better from Rops as he gets a headshot towards the double door. That's Stewie 2K removed from the equation. We know the money's low now. Do they even fancy this one? Well, Nitro certainly does. Nice shot towards Shadow. We'll bring it back to an even keel. His Twist flashing out from the window room itself. Flashbang doesn't affect Karrigan at all. He knows he's got an AWP shot here. Needs to wait for his opportunity, but 2 frags out of nowhere. They know exactly where Frozen is now. Someone needs to start defusing that bomb right here, right now. Has it come in yet? Well, it has to at this point as well. I think they've just about got it. Looks absolutely fine.
Let's see, though, because an aggressive outside look from both sides. Look at Elige's position. If he gets the timing right here, he can punish, and he can go on top of that red container. We've seen it once. Not this time. Woxic immediately aware and intuitive play from him. Another frag going the way of Mousesports to start things off. They have descended. They have access to the lower site, and already 2 frags to the good.
5 on 3. 2 AWPs still alive and kicking, though, however. It's going to be Stewie 2K and Naf holding the turrets with Twist on the M4. He'll be towards the upper bomb zone right now. Sat at the CT vent. 5 on 3. Shouldn't be a world of Mousesports give this round up, especially that pre-fire coming in. Nice work from Chris J. Have to save the AWPs now. 9-3. Great stuff there. And this is where the double AWP set up. When they pick up the pace and they start using the smokes and removing vision like that, it's when things will get very dicey indeed.
Davey was saying on the analyst desk, you know, a win condition for Mousesports is their hard hitters. He mentioned Rops, but in the same breath, it was Frozen and it was Woxic. Now, clearly, there are some missing links at the moment.
Yeah, 3 was the necessity, I would say. It's enough to win the game. Yeah, that's the bare minimum to actually consider them taking the map. And now they can even bring this one back to 9-6. This will be a real test, though, for Nitro. A couple of M4s brought into the mix, so those saved AWPs, and well, one of those has been removed quickly. Rob's one step ahead of the curve, but it's a great setup here. Liquid do bring it back to a 4-on-4 very quickly. They did not anticipate a second player so close.
That's a rare 2-man early ramp setup from Team Liquid, and I mean, you can see how rare it is. The fact that Robs was running in with his knife out, he was definitely not expecting to see contact so soon. And now it's turned on its head. Robs' mind, they had ramp control. Now quite the opposite, smoked off and back towards spawn. Some outside smokes will be thrown. I pluralized and I was correct. Okay, at least the full wall has been established. A molly towards secret. All of the normal contingency plans start to take shape. Elige descending faster. Christier will linger up the top side. This does seem like to be somewhat of a ruse. There's just going to be Nitro and Twist to deal with on the top side.
Now Fly alone with the AWP at ramp. Twist waiting for opportunity here towards up. A very difficult position to flush out here. He gets himself a couple of frags, make it a triple. That's actually not bad at all. We saw ways to flush that position out earlier. It's going to be pistols and one AK-47 here. 12-3.
Look at him go.
It's workable, but Frozen now, he actually makes his way towards upper, but Twist, he's there, ready and waiting. Naf and Elige chiming in as well. The one AK doing some work here, and it's Chris J. Not really much left to do, I'm afraid. It's going to be a very convincing art from Team Liquid on their opposition's pick of nuke as well. A solid CT hold. Mousesports wanted to do on their T-Pistol, remember, they didn't have the second smoke. It all kind of fell apart at the seams as we head down towards lower now. Woxic ready and waiting. So powerful, that P2000, but only good for one this time. Doesn't really help them out too much. And now, at this point, Liquid have removed vision from lower for the CTs. Rotations required, and they know it as well, but a good shot from Carrigan does keep them in the round.
Yeah, he's going to keep Mousesports firmly feet planted on that upper site as well. They haven't over-rotated, still just one towards the lower sides of ramp. Jakey on the observer now, you can see him. Concentration stations. Naf, however, catching Carrigan. Second kill for Naf in this one, and Chris J about to have a... Oh, he got the shoulder, and now he punishes. Twist shut down, and now advantage maintained. Mousesports 2 frags away from this necessary pistol round, and it does look like the initial target will be their final.
Yeah, I felt like this should have been the objective anyway. When you've got that much presence down towards lower, you found that quick kill as well, you should be capitalizing upon that. The fact they've only got pistols, but still, Nafly has found a way. His 3rd kill of the round, the bomb to be planted. We said that was something they had to try and avoid, and this round still might fall apart here. 2 versus 1, however. Nitro with the P2000, 100 HP, and a couple of flashbangs, but down he goes. Quick push from Chris J does yield the successful pistol victory there, but the bomb got planted with 3 kills from Naf. You can almost guarantee they'll be buying up next round.
Mousesports will piece together their buy. Let's see Woxic's first opener. Naf was so quick to trade this. It was a phenomenal attempt from Naflight. The fact that he gets that shot as well, he has to get double dink, and he just back-to-back bullets into Robs.
Yeah.
And he does go straight down the barrel of Woxic. More damage inflicted towards Chris J as well, but it will be Liquid finally converting things. Woxic tagged up and now fragged up.
Yeah, ideally want to give that Galil to Elige now if possible. He's got armor there. Now with the rifle, not that useful, which is 17 points of health, but Elige seems capable of holding outside. Doesn't need the upgrade apparently. They've got the man advantage for now. Chris J down to 38. 40 seconds on the clock, however. CT's with 1 smoke remaining. Robs with a very passive hold towards the heaven position. Ramp is open for business right now. In terms of lower presence, can't be much down there. See if the CTs can hold on to this. Carrigan tries to scramble down the vents, but it's Chris J to find them at least an equalizing frag.
20 seconds as that bomb goes down. There is 0 chance they can really contest this. Carrigan can have a go with his FAMAS, but 3 players peek him at the same time, and so now advantage for Liquid in so very many different ways. Nade will be sniffed at. And here comes the push. A flash doesn't catch them, and it's being handled oh so well by Liquid. Another frag important here from Frozen now, 2v2. They don't have the kit currently. It was on Carrigan. Smoke on towards that bomb, but they're so low. And on the cross, great catch from Chris. And they need to clear this out, and already one. Land a second straight through the smoke. Nafly came to play. 2 3Ks in 2 rounds back-to-back.
That's massive from Naf. 13 to controlled and disciplined in the approach, making sure that every bullet counted at this point. That was the most important kill. This had to land 1 on Chris J in that smoke. The absolute hero of the previous round. He's going to be gifted opportunity for a couple here. Does 1.5, and it's a 4 versus 4, but he's the only player towards lower. For now, that is true, but Rob's rotating in from ramp. He's got the Krieg in hand, looking towards Decon now and encroaching towards the window position.
He kind of is acting like he wants to contest that fight. In the meantime, Carrigan caught by Naf late, and Elige taking another leap in that direction. 2 frags now is all it will take for Liquid to secure Mouse's map. They have access to the lower site, but the CTs, they want to contest, and well, that's been met by Elige's lead. Woxic, the only one not dead, and now that's changed. Elige confirms it, and Liquid, a dominant and statement made on Nuke. It goes to Vertigo next. It's all completely backwards, but we do get to see a dominant stomp to start things off for Liquid.
Yeah, that was
drum singing out that we're going to Vertigo on the second map of this series. Mousesports versus Liquid with Henry Greer and Alex Brandon Richardson.
Does hear it coming and will fall back and actually tuck in just in the nick of time.
Yeah, been a lot of conversation about the middle area of Vertigo in the last couple of weeks. It's a little bit useless at this point, doesn't really gain you much, and it's very difficult to get full control of it. But the smoke down hasn't been able to get towards the window. You can see Liquid actually exploiting the fact you can get towards the B bomb site, but Rob's ready and waiting for a couple of kills here. He's managed to take down Naf already, 5 versus 4, and in terms of the bomb setup, I'm sure he's going to try and finish up towards B here. Elige might guarantee that. Prospect says now Twist through the smoke. He'll be finding them the man advantage, and it looks like it's going all sorts of wrong here for Mousesports.
Woxic's so not ready for it. The call come in, but the frags work for Stu. Double kill from behind, a late arrival.
On Nuke, Mousesports couldn't really get going there, and at this point, that's a bit of a nightmare. We're going to see if the force buy comes through. Here's the replay of Twist looking for the pushes from the A site. He does find Chris J very quickly indeed, and then takes care of misses towards Carrigan as well. Here we go, round 2. It is going to be the force buy from the Mousesports side. Frozen, known to be a bit of a Deagle expert, does open things up nicely. Lots of damage inflicted as well. Stewie2K knows he has to pull a frag back in their favor as he makes his way up towards the site here. Can't fully commit, needs a player behind him. Loves the wall bang on this map, but no damage inflicted just yet.
See how quick that frag was from Frozen. 1 bullet from his Deagle and 1 kill to the good. Mousesports yet to feel any of Liquid's wrath. Quite the opposite for them. Elige is down to 57. Stewie tickled down a little bit as well, but look at Frozen's plan. As that smoke fades, he hopes to catch them. You can hear the step. Elige tucked in on that right, and oh, ships in the night. They pass one another. This time Elige can punish. Aggressive from him. Not necessarily committing towards this one. However, the bomb's on its way. Nitro and Twist join the party. This is where you wonder about those pushes for information, right? What's the CT side doing outside of ramp?
At this stage with Desert Eagles, they hold position. Stewie2K, same story towards sandbags, waiting for an opportunity, and it does arise. Good shot from Carrigan. You'll see him playing these boxes a lot. Does manage to bring things back to a 3-on-3, but nothing recoverable. He goes down to 8 points of health, but continues to find headshots here. Lovely work towards Elige. They have got the man advantage, but not for long. Stewie2K fighting back, trying to protect the plant. It does go down. Rifles against the Desert Eagle here and the MP9, but as Robster strikes first, catches Twists and Stewie2K there. It didn't let round stood a chance for them.
In that position, it's so expected. He was on that site for so long and a lot of scrutiny. But he handled it. Let's see how it all started. Frozen, he was the one to get that opening first blood. Lovely catch onto Nitro, but Carrigan, the first frag, fine. The second frag, he's ready and waiting. Shuts down Elige.
A ramp control granted. Carrigan, as you said, always towards those boost boxes at the back. Molotov's exchange. Frozen looking for an opportunity here, but Stewie2K beats him to the punch. And now we know Carrigan, always at the back of this bomb site. This time boosted up, trying to look over the smoke here, but vision completely removed, and now up to the flashbang through. It's going to be up to Chris J here, trying to deny the plant. Not going to happen, and Nitro with a couple. Preemptive shot towards the corner there to 5 versus 2. Woxic and Robs don't really have much of a look into this one. Boxer will try and...
And you can see how safe you are in that corner. Bomb radius damage reduced on Vertigo.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Fun
do
trivia
much at all.
for you.
Trying to be flashed in towards that A ramp, but Stewie2K ready and waiting off of his head. And at that point, Carrigan isolated at the back. Nitro taking him down. Did he continue just to fire through the smoke? Indeed he did. No chance.
Bit of a B push here, and Twist is ready and waiting for it. Clean kill onto Chris J. they've just been fed an early man advantage.
Well, he knows the money's running low at this point. They're desperate for any sort of opportunities. We discussed this on Train in the series before, and that was Chris J. Just trying to surprise, get himself in towards the lobby position, but unfortunately Twist is ready and waiting with the AK-47. Clinical with the headshot. And he's aware there's probably going to be another player on the other side as well. Drops a Molotov, make sure there's no chance of any sort of trade. And now Carrigan stuck on the Deagle. 5 versus 4. The map pick of Liquid here. They start transitioning towards the A side of the map, just peeking over the sandbags there, get a Molotov to make sure there's no CTs lying in wait. All bang attempts here with the Desert Eagles trying to bait it Frozen. He misses the initial shot, and Stewie2K will punish. Do they have to fully commit here? Not right now, but they've got the opening picks, and well, that's one gone, and they might just slow things right down here. We'll see.
Still, maybe deploying a lot of utility towards this direction. Carrigan lingering in that smoke and Twists. Yeah, 2 ideas. The second, bang on. Could the bomb go down now, though? It's Naf that has it. He's still towards the lane area. See the bomb go down. Woxic to contest. He can't. Babysat beautifully. Nitro, that was his one mission, and he passes with flying colors. The round goes the way of Liquid. Liquid's ever-expanding map pool.
Yeah, just that one smoke as well. That has forced the hand of Mousesports here. They're trying to probe and find opportunities elsewhere on the map at this stage, but you can see Twist there, ready and waiting. He gets his first kill from the push, gets his second.
An Arctic Warfare police bullet lodged within his ribcage still. He's taking heavy fire, but not enough to finish the job. It's Naf to actually take the first body down. Woxic and Naf have been having quite an interesting battle in middle, and an interesting one establishing self on B here. Rops finishes off Stewie.
Yeah, such low HP on the last few players here for Liquid as well. Sure, it's a 4-on-4, but at least Nitro and Twist are very low indeed. Waiting for reactions, Chris J. He holds towards middle for now. Gets towards that ladder. Does he dare go any further than this? Gets towards that dumpster. 1 minute on the clock, trying to make a big play here, and it could work out. As far as they're aware, ladder was clear. Committing towards the A side, but looks at things. 45 seconds remain. Frozen's there with the AWP. Chris J's flank is everything, though. Who will come out on top in terms of the timings? Well, Chris J, he will find Nitro.
Gosh, there was a second he looked towards Spawn. I could just see the most embarrassing of deaths. But quite the opposite now, leaning towards B. Liquid, they're already wounded heavily, and Ropsy's playing a very passive hold on B. Doesn't want to give them a way in early. Instead, he'd rather have their strength in numbers once they try and get that bomb down. So you can see that still time falling off that clock. Bomb eventually will be going down, but at what cost? Already Twist has fallen. He can't keep Naf safe now. The Flames will have to be serviceable as he tries to get it down and give them a shot at this one. Elige, very low health to support him.
Now Fly will have to do all the heavy lifting here, and he knows that he can't just sit back and allow them to get towards the bomb site. He makes his way up towards Jenny's, and now Chris J, will he walk into the crosshair? Certainly will, but can't nail the shot. At least you already mentioned he's low HP. They seem to know it as well. He's got almost no chance of winning this one. Carrigan, not even challenging, just allowing that defuse to come through, making Elise make the next move there, and at this stage, it should be done. Elise, can he survive? Apparently not. Good round from Mousesports there. 2 kills with Chris J. 3 players surviving as well. They recovered the AWP, so Frozen can maintain that. So we saw that approach from him again. He was trying to beat the smoke, but it still went down. Didn't have a massive amount of impact, but it was enough to get a leg shot off at least.
The smoke that deep, they will have access to shell. Felice considering it instead of throwing some bullets into the wall. Carrigan safe by the contain the Molotov to try and flush him out. They're using their utility, and CTs are forced to do the same in kind. 30 seconds, this is the commitment. Twist straight in and into the crosshairs of Carrigan. Nitro, a wild spray, does connect, no bodies dropping. Carrigan does manage to pull home too. With 20 seconds, I'm starting to get nervous for Liquid. They have to pick up that bomb, but there's just bullets being thrown in that direction. Lige, with just a scrap of HP, does manage to retrieve it. Now the bomb's down, and Stewie still alive despite crossing in the open.
Stewie will have to find a couple of shots here. Some way, somehow, Elige gets out of there. He's got 17 points of health, but kits are available. Another shot rattles off to the body of Stewie2K. He's now down to 13. He can't really challenge too much as the body's just getting all over the place on the bomb site here. It's going to be a clean sweep from Mousesports in the retake. 4 players survive. They actually got 11 rounds on their CT side, so that's where they thrive. They're already on to a bit of a barn burner already. Remember, they won the pistol and lost that second round 4 spy, so this could actually be a lot worse on Mousesports. They can actually...
Though he's so tucked in, and with ChrisJ supporting him from B stairs, he can play this confidently, and now gets the information and the frag before he can fall away safely. That's an advantage Liquid are really going to struggle to overcome.
Yeah, that's massive from Robs. 5 on 4. There's only 2 smokes remaining on the T side here. 45 seconds. Already grouped up together. They're trying to rectify that now. It'll be a B finish. They know how to smoke the left and right-hand side of the generators here. That's really the only play they can bring to the table. ChrisJ looking comfortable towards B. So smokes will be lined up right now. I'm pretty sure that's all they can do. Smoke the bomb site, go up together, hopefully trade out. First smoke goes in, should be left and right. Oh no. I think they've missed one of those smokes, but still seems to be under control. 6 HP for Robs, not slowing him down at all, though, it seems. He'll hide behind the Jennies at this point as the bomb gets planted. He can't really challenge at all, but Stewie2K certainly can. Robs waiting for his opportunities here. He's somehow got 4 kills in the round. He's on for the ace.
And from behind, Naf strikes, and he'll take all of them down. Now just 1 man remains. It's Carrigan. He has a kit, but walking straight into the crosshairs. Nafly, sensational. It started to look like it was getting ripped from Liquid. Not only did they lose the first, but Robs gets with that dankest of flanks from Naf.
That's a 3-on-1 as well, and obviously the bomb down, so many kills being exchanged, all reloading, getting themselves ready for the final retake here. Then Naf double spray down, then he just doesn't work out. That means the man is going to be incredibly weak, but there's one player with a sniper rifle. Once again, that's Frozen as they continue to apply pressure towards the A side of the map here. The Deagle's delivering, but now so are the Galils. Man advantage still for Mousesports here, and that's going to put the brakes on for Team Liquid as they deploy more and more utility. Frozen going to be tested once again. ChrisJ's actually in the smokes to Samba. I don't think they'll be ready for this.
He's going to have had the sound cue, even more than that, now firing off a couple of shots. Back completely turned. Oh, Chris. It's going to be checked, but blind fire finally does, but look at what cost. Naf, with his back turned, does eventually find ChrisJ, but immediately traded. Vantage maintained. Woxic's got them locked in here. They can't leave ramp now. Frozen in a prime position to keep hold of lane. Just leaves it down to 1 avenue of assault. Woxic's flank does let them know that it's coming, and so Frozen can adjust accordingly. Robs will get the first, a missed shot, and Twist now given a bit of an opportunity here. Frozen will take it from him, and so keeping things as level as they could be.
And it looks to be a B attack. Smokes thrown from the windows here. Line up for the window as well. We're going to see Elige with the first frag, but he's taken down to 2 HP. Nitro doing what he can to back them up, but they're going to have to rotate now through CT spawn. Twist there, solid as a rock, trying to inflict damage and buy some time.
Robs is even trying to challenge towards the CT spawn as well. This flank, we saw how powerful it was when Naf did it, and Naf conscious of it, clearly. One click of his mouse, and he finds a way into the site, but the early damage of Woxic is punished. ChrisJ connecting the necessary bullet onto Elige, and Frozen's not stopping. 1 apiece for the remaining members of Mouse. Frozen doubles up. Catching Stewie on his advance from middle, puts it all on Naf. 1 versus 3. He is the one with the kit and the smoke, as you highlighted, but frags are what he needs. And they aren't giving him anything. You give him an inch, it's likely he'll take a mile, and that's an inch! Now a chance, they line up. Well handled, ChrisJ will find himself a double kill. That drive-by, nonsense.
If he gets that second kill, smokes the bomb, who knows what happens, but well held by Mousesports there, making their way towards B after losing the first frag, especially as well. You can see him actually smoking the window to the left there of Elige's position. It was nice from Naf to preempt that push coming in, as you mentioned. He was doing it so much in the first half, so it makes sense as we get into the second round by here. It is a decent position towards B, trying to fend them off.
Yeah, nice little lineup from Woxic. You can see what it did to Naf. And holding, look at Twist's angle here. He's got 2 very different fights though. Couldn't adjust the mouse in time, and so now 1 body dropped, 1 half health. A late arrival to middle could result in a rather exposed Team Liquid defense. Naf's just going to be holding the line. The bomb still towards the lower level, though. This is not a full commitment. Carrigan, however, still catching another one. That's going to keep the CTs. They have to respect this. There's presence on that B site. Carrigan got a good idea, or at least where one of them is. Elige, however, could get completely caught off. Oh, this is a great round from Carrigan. He didn't see him. 4x3, the black bars. Oh, the plague of black bars. They're coming in, calling it clear. A reaction, though, will be dealt with. Now it pays off. And so a sigh of relief. Nitro doesn't have a shot at this one, but ooh, could that have gone badly?
Yeah, that...
You know how players, any competitive athlete has their fair share of quirks in beliefs, systems.
pre-match rituals, all of that.
Rops and Frozen both on 20 kills here. Here's the replay. See how much he did see him here. So yeah, it's clear on the screen. They just didn't catch it, I think. But it's absolutely fine. Finally finish up towards A with an execution. If it doesn't work out and you've got an equal trade with no utility, run back towards B.
Yeah, this seems to be quite a different strategy, though, from Mousesports as they start to barrage and charge straight in towards the B site. Not caught out, though. Twists, Elige, they're all ready, they're poised, and it's a massacre. Get back to A is what Liquid say.
Probably why you don't try the B rush, that you can see not as effective.
Well, I got a perfect example. Just as we start that topic of conversation, Nav's going to take another.
The problem is when you call timeouts and you change things as drastically as that, like it can be quite telegraphed, you know, like, well, they're trying to pause that. Last round didn't work out for them. They're going to try and change the pace up completely here. Either way, Liquid are very ready for it. That Molotov towards the steps position as well, that lands right in the corner. Sure, it doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but it segregates the T's. Anyone caught trailing behind won't be able to join their teammates at all, just locked out from the situation as Rops avoids a grenade at least, but still on a 5-on-1. His objective for now is to try and take as many players down with him if possible, then save the AK-47, but Team Liquid have guaranteed double digits at least for now. Smoke down towards the window. Rops can maybe just jump through that and hope for the best.
Elige just staring straight at it. Look at that blue beam of doom. Another smoke arrives, and through the smoke they connect. No issues, and not a single player from Team Liquid falls. A very comfortable hold. They had 3 CTs there at the start of the round to deal with that B push. They were ready, locked and loaded. You're really just going to have to all in, throw all of your eggs towards the A site. See if they can just somehow get that bomb down. 12 seconds to be contested. They can't really do much more than spray through the smoke wildly. Chris J will get the bomb in time. There's no way Liquid can contest, but their coordinated boost, check this out. They'll get him up, he'll have an opportunity to see over the smoke, sometimes even sending a second over there. So many bullets just speculative through the smoke. Woxic, however, keeps things level. Great catch onto Elige.
They have got a smoke for the bomb as well, so they just need a couple of picks here, and he actually shoots for his teammate there, I believe. 3 versus 3 now. Woxic is hitting absolutely everything, including his teammates at this point. Will the defuse come through? They have to touch the bomb. That's going to bait out a couple of players here. Frozen will swing, and now the defuse is committed. Woxic painted into a corner. He does hit yet another shot. Is the defuse actually coming through? Indeed it is. Liquid do commit once again. We talked about it coming into this one. If you've got one smoke on the CT side, especially towards that A side of the map, smoke on top, it makes things very problematic, flushes everyone out. It was actually pretty good for Mousesports to even get the bomb down in that scenario, but couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, it did. It looked fantastic, but it turns on its head so quick. Sometimes it can feel like Vertigo just goes from such an attainable goal, 5 rounds, and let's see what Woxic was up to. Great catch on the first. He wasn't done there. Lovely shot over the shoulder of his teammate, and a third as well. Catching Stewie's aggression. It was Naf, excuse me.
1 minute on the clock still. Pretty decent in terms of the setup. They haven't been pushed back at all with the Molotov. Will make things a little bit more complicated for Nitro here. Doesn't extinguish it, allows him to swing around as well. That's fantastic from Frozen. He does. He stands in the flames. Nitro thought it was clear, and now a 5-on-3. They're going to commit towards A here. Stewie 2K is done for.
The very tippy tip of his head. Frozen's trying to tap and traded. That's something. They can get that bomb down now, but it's not really a priority for now. It's just the frags, and another one fed. This time into Woxic. Twists. First step in a 1 versus 4, but it might be the last one he's allowed to take. Chris J's on the flank. Here's Rops leaving. A kit, but no smoke.
Where is Chris J? Here he comes. Twists, almost anticipating this push. Oh, didn't quite spot him there, but he does get the kill. 2-on-1 now, a very small chance he can win this. Nice position from Rops, and even better play from Frozen there. The Molotovs exchanged. Nitro just assumed that would be clear, but just chew through them in that creek. And how much did he actually commit? Did he actually get in there? I don't think he was even taking damage at that point.
Complete safe line.
No.
This constant battle between Nitro and Frozen, so interesting. Twists, however, wins out on B. Puts all the more power on Liquid's A defense. Frozen has started his crawl. You'll see this aggressive walk from Twists. Recap of that, but into the site. Carrigan, Woxic, oh my goodness, 3 frags in the same amount of seconds. Naf looking to stabilize, and he's done a great job of doing so. With the risk of his health, he burns all the way down to 10, standing his ground. Rops elsewhere. He's pushed all the way through B and likely to rotate with the bomb from Woxic. He's going to be making no secret about that, though. It's a loud exit.
catching the rotate. It's perfect. Stewie will be ready. Takes it. It was actually Twist, excuse me, with the AWP. Out of character from him. He'll get back into the Krieg, his home turf as Woxic. A little late to be getting this bomb down. Now it's a straight-up 1v1. Very interested to see what he chooses to do here. It seems like he's flirting with an A rotate. Twist's figuring this one out quick as well.
Yeah, it's a nice idea. Oh, the double bluff.
Oh my god.
Okay. I like this.
The double, triple buff.
Oh, Twist is so smart.
Especially in middle now, he'll hear all of the steps lower. He'll be able to work out if Woxic doesn't walk the whole way, yeah, he'll have time to set up.
He wants to wait for the plant commit to come through and then swing on him. Perfectly done from Twist there. That's 200 IQ play there. I have no idea how he read that situation. It was a nice little gambit there from Woxic, managing to smoke the site, flash it, run back. You'd think he was going to hightail it towards A. Then he comes right back again, but Twist holding towards middle.
But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Lots of poultry-based analogies, isn't there? There's eggs,
birds in baskets.
Birds and
sorry, eggs in baskets.
Eggs in baskets.
Not birds in baskets.
Counting chickens. And he's looking to give them the cock. Nice shot. Stewie. Cockerel. That's a cockerel. Because they get the first... They cockerel at the start of the mornings. They get their first frag, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say, obviously. Good damage.
Well, this is a nice opening pick there from Stewie. But still scrambling away. Low HP on a couple of them. Elige holding strong towards the sandbags. Overlook for now. So their A approach in the default manner doesn't work out this time. Nice angle from Stewie. Does yield the first kill. 55 seconds on the clock, and they're going to move their way back towards B. And that would be the correct call, seeing as Twist is just aggressive on the bomb side there. And now just an MP9 waiting. Now Fly, he is in a lot of trouble. Good flash from his teammate. He's still not quite enough, though, to get him the hell out of this position. He knows he's in trouble, and down he goes.
Stewie does have that luxury of the smoke, so we can just hold this line relatively long range. But Mousesports, oof, they had an ace in the hole. It was the Rops flank. Nitro much too late to the party. Elige from stairs, though, he is away in. That was the bomb. They'll be able to pick that up. Nitro can spring to life because with 20 seconds left, a 1 versus 2, he knows the bomb's on its way towards B. It can't go anywhere else. What is his plan? One flashbang. Good follow Twist's slow and silent mantle. Or nothing. Woof. Handing out haircuts. Chris J gets the Clippers and pulls out 15 for Mousesports. We are looking. Frozen and Nitro continues to juke it out here. Karrigan entering into the site. Woxic catches it. They're 3 frags away. This is looking oh so good. Dust 2 on the cards to change it. Elige drive by in the site. Nitro connects with his MP9. Through the smoke, Frozen leaps. He's not only got 1, he's got 2. This round is surely over. The bomb will be planted, I say that.
Yeah, it's towards A.
Finally going down. There we go. All good in the hood.
Naf's already typed GG.
Oh, you know what? I don't like teammates like that.
No, then he put see you in O2. I think he realized what he's done. We'll see what can be done. I'm not sure much. To be fair, I think Naf might be onto something. Not the best angle for the CZ range, and it will be Mousesports bouncing back from a 16-5 deficit on Nuke. It looked like they weren't going to turn up whatsoever.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think I got like 30 kills against you that game too.
Yeah,
that was back when I was good.
Hey, guys, why don't you guys go watch the demo on the Telestrator?
I can't watch it.
The map.
And here we go then. Smokes deployed towards CT spawn. Just need 1 of those instead of 2 for the crossover. Flashes to come through as well. Naf has tuck himself in towards Gandalf, and Elige doing a lot of damage there, but it's being dished out equally in return towards Twist. They've got control of the A side. Bomb should go down. 5 on 5 for now, but there is a kill available from Nitro.
There is. They might want to focus on that one. It's actually pulled 2 players away, but quick dispatch of Frozen means they can now focus their attention on this post plant. Naf tucked in. Woxic does equalize. Good catch from him. 1 will be arriving from CT. The majority on their way up already. Stewie actually got caught. They know he's coming, but still trying to do damage. Keeps their attention. Nice catch as it's keeping going back and forth onto Naf and dealt with.
Lovely stuff from Mousesports there. Bit of a variation of what we're used to seeing. We normally see 2 smokes on the crossover, then going for 5 players making their way through, but
relatively uncontested. So as that smoke arrives, he's just going to go straight with it. They'll jump and see the info, but that HE though, oh, that is a shining light for what could be a rather shaky B defense, but it's not when Nitro's in town. 3 kills, finally Carrigan arrives. They still have a shot at this. Notoriously difficult site to get into, but they haven't got the bomb down yet. Elige was poised to contest, and that molly is going to land exactly at the toes of Carrigan. It won't spread in time though. He can get it down. Another molly from Woxic to try and segregate this retake. Naf's ahead of it. And through the doors they go, looking to contest, and it's looking perfect from Liquid. There's nothing surely Carrigan can do, just the one.
Making sure they can't be overwhelmed from the tunnels and indeed the window door position. Here he comes. Spraying through that smoke. 3 kills come in, and Carrigan, he's had a great game so far without Galil, but finally been silenced at this stage. Voxic really had to find that first kill for Carrigan to stand a chance there, and considered one of the most dangerous snipers on Dust 2, as Rob's perfect flashbang through. Backed up by his teammates, smoke down in the corner. Twist does pull one back, but it's going to be a lot of damage exchange here. 3 on 3. What a brawl of a round this is.
Oh, and another one through the smoke, just like that. Liquid, this round is theirs. Woxic, he's barely processed what's happened. On the cross back, though, he had a chance to punish. Nitro thinks better of it. Now, you will start seeing some investigations. Stewie will clear out the tunnels, and so the CTs will start to dig their heels in towards A all the more so. Freak available for this difficult task. That's a lovely combination. He'll be able to catch Nitro on the exit. So now 1 versus 2 at a small price. Down to 79, still all the more healthy. Potential flank going to be coming in from Stewie eventually. Naf holding the cross. This is a very passive hold. They're giving Woxic a lot of room.
Yeah, he has got time to work with here as well. 1 Molotov, reasonable HP. In terms of the CT setup, they have 1 player outside the long door. That's Stewie 2K. Naf fly with the orb, watching for the cross. So they have got him locked in, but he still has time to make this a 1 versus 1, especially if Stewie offers himself out like that. That could have been disastrous. Gets away at 35 HP. Voxic, does he have time to try and hunt him down here? He seems to think so. Repositioning, but Naf is there. He's going to get the kill, no problem. I say that.
Oh, dear. Now Woxic with 25 seconds. He's pulling Liquid around the map. He has the advantage now. Stewie tagged up from his previous shortcomings on that aggression. Gonna have to hold it from short. 17 seconds. Opts for CT. 15 seconds to get across. Woxic, no smoke. He used that earlier. And so the fight's given, and Stewie punishes. 3 clicks, converts, and a second round on the board for Liquid, but it was far from glorious, far from gorgeous.
Voxic finds himself a bit of wiggle room, and then Stewie almost offers the round up for free there. Luckily repositioning back towards middle, looking at that crossover. Certainly a risk, not a guarantee.
And here they go into the crosshairs of Twist. Will there be a flashbang? No, relatively dry. And now the nade will land in Rops' pocket, down all the way to half. He'll have to play around this, maybe even flash his teammate in. They weren't ready for it. Nice teamwork on long. Advantage Liquid still. 25 seconds. That bomb's still on long. Chris J has to do so much hard work here if they want to convert. They have to eliminate Twists, and they have to do it now. 19 seconds. They still haven't found him. Chris J all the way in now. He can relieve the pressure. That's 1. Twist is still in pit, and the round is done.
It's certainly ringing true once again. Round 9. Coming up next, Twist, so solid in the pit, as always. You can see him taking so much aggro, though, as Elige and Twist get. Carrigan's already made his way through. 1 dig looking likely, and he completely obliterates Elige on the other side.
What a satisfying way to start the round. Mousesports, they find 1 more of those. Good as gold. A missed shot from Naf. That's their signal. Now separated by the Molotov. He's already been cut down to 55. Chance for Chris J. Close nade's not going to get him. If they can take Naf out, they've got a real shot at this. 5v3 support in kind, though. Twists on long. Does get the suppressing fire down. Bullets into the brain of Chris. Mousesports. That bomb has yet to commit. Frozen connecting another bullet. Now the bomb will be surely lost. Woxic connecting onto Nitro, though. They're doing a lot with very little here. They do seem to have solved this mystery, though. Full access to the B site thanks to Rops. And now they can get that bomb in just in time. They have to get it across. That's the only issue. Stewie and Naf, neither casting their gaze on that B door cross, and so now a real shot for Mousesports here. Carrigan, the backup plan. Gave them a way in. Could be the one to eliminate Liquids. Spotted.
It's looking so good for these Deagles and P250s especially. Nafly, he'll have to fall back, and they steal a round away. An unlikely one there, Alex. It's going to be Carrigan once again. That Desert Eagle, he did it on Vertigo by the Desert Eagle bullet that came through. This was a great shot from Carrigan. 1 bullet, all we need.
And the fact that they caused so much of a hubbub on A. Liquid had to respect it, especially with the frags coming in as well. Chance to string some together, and Naf, a tiny line held, but bullets connect. Chris J down, and hunting now is Rops in return, 4 for 4. Neutralizing Elige, he's been having a bit of a nightmare in middle, and Frozen standing his ground on the long door push. Keeps Nitro honest, doesn't go down though, and so Naf now making the Orc's presence known. Connecting onto Carrigan, you can't help but feel that this is pushing them towards the B side of the map. Frozen's out long. They're very divided.
Frozen hoping he can just stay alive as long as possible for an inquisitive CT to walk past his position, which could happen. Orb right next to him. He'll hear the scope and the bullet.
He knows
is there a chance to swing out?
So he knows that flash came from Pit. He knows there's a scope to his left.
He can pre-fire that, but then he has to be snapping to the pit after that. How has Nafly pulled that one off? At close range, we said he's been working on the AWP. There's 3 kills in the round for him so far. That one was a showstopper.
Yeah, and that was their way in, Mouse. They were hoping Frozen could cause enough of a distraction, but Stewie was so ready for their arrival on B. Just the FAMAS, a couple of clicks, and a second frag.
Go on.
That's what I was looking for. The element of surprise, he knew where both were. Naf was low for the second frag. Let's see that from his perspective.
Oh.
Damn, in the dome.
I don't know how he reacts to that so quickly. Solid stuff from Stewie as well. Nice. And now being held off, they've dropped most of their flashbangs. What have they got left? They've got a smoke for the corner. 1 flash to go over after it, so it's going to have to be power and numbers here, Alex, and they've just swallowed a grenade.
Chris J, that's a very precise frag. Takes Twist down without too much bloodshed. Naf, however, was right there behind him, and the previous issues that Mousesports have encountered weren't necessarily on the opener of Long. It's this. Step 2. Need to have no gaps in that smoke. A Molotov possible from Naf, but for now, he's waiting for the second smoke to arrive. He still has some degree of a gap for info. Gets the info! No, my goodness! I can't believe he actually caught Chris there. A tiny slither of tea, and he manages to make a whole pot of it.
4 on 2. Elige looking like he's going to close things out, no problem. Naflies is having an absolute smashing game here. It's really beautiful to watch how every shot's connecting, and chances that seem impossible. Speaking of which, Woxic, he's got his chances number there. Is going to be Woxic removed. Stewie 2K. And they can fully execute towards A with a wall of smokes, dropping down towards spawn, flashing over. That's the best way to really shut down the Orbs on the other side, but they could still fall back into the mid-split. We know Liquid have vulnerability towards that side of the map. Flashes and smokes deployed. The second smoke on top of the bosses suggests they will commit to this. And Carrigan to lead the charge with the Krieg in hand.
Has to get this frag cleanly. Stewie deals with it though, and now the call will come in to change of plan. Charging towards short, descending in fact to try and make things difficult for the Orpa and Naf. He does have support on the site and already tagged another. Causing quite the fright. What can you do here, Mouse? 3 bodies dropped. Yeah, 20 seconds hoping and praying that he can get that bomb across, but Woxic just gobbled a nade. He's not going to be able to get across to the site. Precise from Rob, nearly a third. He had his crosshair in the right place. 10 seconds though, and he can't even get the bomb to the site. Gorgeous from Liquid as they find double digits on the defense. 10-4.
Not really leading to much success apart from that. The bomb towards upper B right now. Maybe it's a straight up contact play with the Glils in hand. 1 player spotted towards the top. That's Frozen, already dinked. This is a nightmare, but Carrigan, he's finding something from it. Got an AWP at least.
Yeah.
Want to try and fall back now?
I'm not sure what he wants to do. Elige, well, he solves the problem for him. A nice flank from him as he's trying to flash and support. He thought they would be committing to B off the back of that one, but things do start to stabilize back into the realms of sanity. Stewie, tiny line held. Catches him just on the top of the smoke. Chris J was trying to get that rotate in, and now a second presents himself. Rops thought the line was no longer being held. Stewie has a gap just above the failed smoke. I think it might have been Elige's on the way out, but my God, what can you do here? An AK upgrade for Woxic. It's barely a silver lining. You can hear the steps of Elige doing the dance.
Final round here, and no kill found. They got a 3-0 start and a half. I'm trying to work out what that was. If I've missed something, let me know. I just can't imagine what that would have been.
Nitro obviously jumped the gun perhaps a little bit, jumping out now into towards the site. They have a flashbang. It will be the swing likely from Goose. Frozen. It's going to get the first and a second as well. Neat and tidy so far. Finally, Elige claws one back for Liquid. They do have access to the site and that plant.
Yeah, that's the most important thing at this stage. They've got a 4 versus 3. Make sure they get the money going forward. They can still win this round with the backstab potential from Stewie 2K as well. There's a couple of decoys available to them, but Elige knows he needs to fight up close and personal with the Glock. He's doing a great job so far. Can't quite keep it clean on the second there. Stewie goes down. It's a 1 versus 1, though. Elige has a massive advantage. 1 bullet would do it. Just needs to connect anything he can with the Glock here, but he can't. He misses it all and robs anything, but he keeps Mousesports in the map for now. As close as you like.
But that works just as well.
They confiscated that.
Yeah, definitely confiscated. It's part of the rules. Like, no hats and no Carrigan clackers. But let's see this from Elige. He gets 3 here. He did so much in order to make Stewie's position not be... They might be boosting for this one. And Elige, he's almost prepared for it. Stewie, however, wasn't. In response, he gets the trade. Elige! Stewie, part of the bait, but it's absolutely masterful from Elige. The most brutal of responses to what looked like a fantastic way to get an upper hand. Puts him at 18, continuing to be the star of the Liquid show. Tucks in now as Carrigan goes across. He has the info, and I swear if his back's turned, Elige can get another. He's cleaning up. This could be the 4th. It should be.
It's an absolute masterclass from Elige there. That's how you get it done. And it's a lovely, lovely approach there. It was the NOA boost from Frozen to kick things off here. First kill towards Stewie 2K, but then look who arrives at the scene of the crime. It's Elige listening up with the footsteps around him. He knows 2 players walk past, and then the long-range spray down as well, just to finish things off on Woxic. Great stuff. Majestic, almost.
Strong, I reckon.
A regal rat.
A regal rat. Thank you so very much.
That will do.
We'll work with that for now. We've got a couple of them in UK.
We'll get into the execution here. Not much to fend them off, though, but the AWP is present, but the flashbang designed to make it uncomfortable. But Woxic, he manages to deliver, looking for the second. He's going to nail that one. Too easy for him as he keeps them in this round. 12-7. Oh, not for long. Frozen. Big spray down with the FAMAS there. It's going to be a 4-on-2 of Nitro on barely any points of health. Surely Woxic gets another, and he absolutely does.
Talked about his AWPing on this map, and this is a perfect example of what he's capable of. Quad kill from Woxic.
Thrown his way at that point. They did a couple of flashes at the start, but they weren't exactly assertive in their approach when they actually commit. That shot, pretty standard, like that's going to happen. Stewie has to challenge that point, but why is there no follow-up? As soon as Stewie goes down, that's when they should be crossing over. Like, the timing's a bit off there.
And in terms of utility, it will be Naf likely going to get that smoke for the cross. It arrives. So do the bullets. Straight through the smoke. Frozen actually catches one. Now cut down to size, and then some. Between the 3 of them, completely locking this down. Nitro, however, does have backs turned, and he has managed to sneak into the B site. Rop's aware that this is a possible gap. And oh, he's got a real shot here. If he gets the second, he can get them away into the site. Stewie's arrived just in time, and he's brought the bomb. With the AWP, he gets across. Had a chance to take it a 2v2, but now Stewie almost neutralized in transition. 9 seconds. He is going to have to try and punch in those digits.
They can sacrifice at least one player into this sequence, but Nitro, he's taking everyone down with him. It looked like they were trying to deny the plant, but they actually give the round up. That's ridiculous, Alex. I don't know how that one just transpired.
9 seconds. They contest the plant, but the frags will go their way.
Let's have a look at this. Wow. So the first player comes in. He's there to deny the plant, but then the timing's like a little bit strange. So he did get through. Robs was in there, but where's that third player? He had the utility, I suppose. And it all falls. Seeing whether he can listen out for the flashbangs, peek off that, and of course, he times it to perfection. Takes down Elige. Flashes back in position. Still has information.
Just a constant exchange, flash and peek. But as that part of this round concludes, the double AWP panic button has definitely been hit by Mousesports. Especially after having a round like that taken from you. It was taken by force. Now they've taken that man advantage into the next. It's round 23, final map of this series. Looking to stay in the upper bracket. Winner meets Astralis tomorrow.
Big game. And a big round. Double AWP setup. All the chips are down. Mousesports have thrown everything they've got into this one. They've got 1 kit, a few flashes remaining, a couple of smokes. Liquid, as we mentioned before, their spacing was off on this initial approach before. Can they plug the holes?
Flash through, lots of smokes, and off angle from Frozen is
paying a lot of damage into the smoke. Another one falls. Nitro's gone down. Frozen's doing it all. Runs out of bullets, but Naf, the last man standing, only for a second longer before Woxic sees to him. 13 to 10 to confirm that.
A great play from him. Like, this is a position we're seeing more and more of. You can see how that's difficult to deal with there, especially when you can feel them coming in with 20 seconds on the clock. The smokes are coming through, flashes as well. Pick your timings right, and you can catch them off guard. 3 big... Still running that double orb setup, and Chris J, he just had enough, hasn't he?
Oh, they're going to make the call because they were jiggling for the info, and Chris could get punished for it. He is. Stewie, he had his knife out just looking for the cross to lower tons. He conveyed that info. You saw Naf stop in his tracks. He had the call just in time. Chris worked it out, but got punished on the way back to safety. And now an early man advantage has been fed straight into Team Liquid. This boost does enable Carrigan to perhaps focus his attention elsewhere. Should Liquid... Oh, wow, Woxic, he gave it a good go of trying to equalize the odds. An aggressive AWP presence on long. Can only really get away with firing off one shot before you have to think about something else. Drops the smoke and will reposition.
It's Chris J that goes down due to the aggressive play. Caught in the mid doors. Team Liquid's response. The B split's coming in here, Alex. We have got one player in position. That's going to be Robs. Not the ideal situation for himself, but Carrigan trying to dig his way out.
He's got a smoke. It's too late, though. And the bloodshed has favored Liquid. Carrigan does manage to claw one back. He's so low. The shots through the smoke connect, and now the smokes will lock them out. Frozen wants to get ahead of this. Try and catch twists and transition. He does. Can he get away? He actually can. Instead, he stands his ground. He still has the cross, just the edge of the smoke to play around. Woxic in support, and he connects onto Naf. Elige needs to clutch up, and he already gets the first, looking for the transfer. 15 seconds. The pressure is on Elige, and yet Woxic's given him the fight. 10 seconds. He needs to pick up that bomb. Elige gives him... Woxic gives him another attempt to finally hits the shot with the AWP. My God, he was relentlessly hunting that
situation. He can't believe it. It's Woxic once again showing why he's such a beast on Dust 2, taking them down one by one, closing things out against Elige there.
Myself and you saw it as well. It was an absolutely brilliant Dust 2, went into double overtime. We're seeing Robs pushed in here, and he does handle it with great flair. Chance for a second, remaining cool, calm, and collected, but frags collected in favor of Liquid. Look at this suppressing fire from Elige. He's got Frozen down to 30. Is this really a round that Liquid have got a shot in? Now the bomb's going in. Stewie, no armor on that rifle. He's the one in the sight. Nitro's done so much of the hard work here, though. He has to do a bit more. Util for the retake.
They've got a lot of it.
Mollies. It does look good. That low HP on Frozen. Elige could have started enough to help Nitro finish this one off. Good shot, Stewie connecting, and he does find them both. Nitro, 3 kills in the round. It's 14 for Liquid. A bit of a heavy B lead to start things off. Anticipating something a bit quick from Liquid, but Woxic responsible for short. Stewie has a chance to kind of peek into this, though. And the pressure applied to long causes Woxic to react as well. Falls off, wants to provide some support, but that enables Stewie to have some more freedom on short. How is Carrigan still alive? 4 HP. He's burning alive in there. They can't seem to find him through the flames, and he still finds a head. Carrigan's deagle is such a nuisance. Stewie, however, great position, can't punish. Frozen lives to fight on another day. Will round 28 be the last of this series? Where's the bomb? It's Twists, and he is going to gobble up that flashbang for a late supper.
Ooh,
timing's not bad for Robs here.
He's done enough. I don't think they have any idea he's coming through. Regardless if they do or not, it's very clean to finish things off there. Through the flames, they thought it was safe.
Made it absolutely clear in their post-match interviews and social media posts that they enjoyed the game itself. You know, like the head...
Well, very slow mid-control coming through here. They'll smoke down towards CT spawn. Robs is ready and waits with the Krieg at the window. Stewie drops down, confirms spawn is clear. Is this a chance? I feel like Robs has got him.
He's got him first and a second. It's unlikely he's going to survive the third, but Elige, he's lost some of his teammates along the way, and into the site he goes. Does have the bomb on his back. It's all down to, who is that cowering the corner? It was Chris J, past tense. Liquid have got a shot at this, extended by Stewie. He's still sticking around towards CT. Bomb in, kits on both, flashes for the retake. Naf's in a very cheeky spot, though, and time already ticking. They're going to be coming in from 2 different angles of approach. A smoke as well available to Nafline. Not in a position where he can really get good use out of that.
That's the problem. He could ideally smoke doors, but they'd see where it's thrown from. That just kind of gives his position up completely. If they don't check this position, he pretty much wins the round here. He swings on it, 2 versus 1, Frozen left from the tunnels now, and Elige knows it. He rotates out, and they're going to make him play the bomb, which is too far gone. It looks like Liquid have done enough. Just the Galils, the pistols. It has to be a desperate defuse here, not going to be delivered, and there we have it, 16-14 in favor of Team Liquid. It was a long, arduous process, Alex. After the first map, winning 16-5, you thought they would just sail through this, but no.